comes to claim me. After so much torment, I am taunted with one final failure. What sick cruelty.
Good morning, evening, afternoon, and night, ladies and gents, and welcome back to another adventure with Sergeant Pizak as we continue our journey with Dark Deity 2. Last time, we killed him in the Land of Dead, which is inside this guy's castle after he killed all of his people. Is this the end, or are we going to find out who was pulling the strings behind all this? Because we've known there was another conspirator this whole time. The question is who, and can we do anything about it? Let us find out.
Orlov, it's over.
Yes, well, yes. It is. It's all finally over. My daughter. I know she's alive.
And?
Death has haunted my life from the very first. From the moment he took my wife from us. I did the best I could.
No, you didn't.
That was for Reardon!
Are you just stabbing the man?
For Britannia! That was for me!
Irving, do something about this.
Gwen, it's time to go.
He deserves worse.
Maybe he does. But there's no guarantee it's safe to stay here.
Quite the opposite, actually. I can guarantee it's not. With Orlov gone, there's nothing holding this place together.
Then how do we get out?
We need open sky. Viserion!
Aye. There's a tower we can climb. Highest point in Azrael, they say.
That'll work nicely.
Then come on! Let's move it, people! Go on, hurry! Nobody's getting left behind today! Everybody up the stairs! You know, if Reardon were here...
His worst enemy.
Gwen!
Right.
Just once, could the building wait until we're already outside to start collapsing?
No.
All right, Alden. Time to work your magic.
Already on it, but something's resisting me. Or someone.
Who?
You think our friend's boss has noticed us?
If so, we've got bigger problems than a long fall ahead of us.
If it's anything like the door from earlier.
Then we won't be able to open the way ourselves.
Alden, stop the spell.
Why?
Are you? If we don't leave...
I know.
I trust him. Do what he says.
I knew it.
Knew what?
Everyone get in! I'll pull up the rear. Go on, Arthur.
You know how usually you're the one taking the big risks?
Yeah? What do you... Wait!
I'll be right behind you. Hopefully.
What? Why?
How and why did you do that?
How? I guessed and got it right. As for why, I'm not really sure, honestly. I suppose I had a hunch.
What?
I thought you were the smart one. Good to see an annoying prick runs in the family.
You were going to close the rift behind us, weren't you? You were going to stay behind. After everything we did to save you, to give you a second chance, you were about to throw it all away. For what? Pride? Guilt?
Your uncle's right. Nobody gets in here without being let in first. I've been looking for another way for years. There's somebody I have to find. This could be my last chance to go searching.
Don't tell me it's your mother.
Your mother.
Oh, come on.
It wasn't an invitation to guess.
Then you'd let the same madness that killed your father kill you as well? Even knowing where this path leads?
That's not...
Open another rift. You're coming back to Terrazel, alive.
To Terrazel? And what, I wonder, awaits me there? Rotting in a Gratanian prison? Death by Asbarellian mob? What's the point?
She's got a decent point
I've
there.
lived my whole life in exile. I hated it. This could be my only chance. There's nothing left for me but this.
Don't pretend you're staying here out of any sense of purpose. You don't know how this place works, where to start looking. You don't even know how you'll survive the palace collapsing. You would stay here to die. You're giving up.
I am not giving up.
Now you are.
Then prove it. Prove me wrong and live. Open the rift.
Just stick close to me. We're gonna be cutting it close.
Lead the way.
I don't understand what he's thinking. How could he be so reckless?
Have you seen the rest of his family?
You stupid, stupid boy. You better be here soon so I can tear you a goddamn new one.
I have faith in him. I don't know what he stayed behind for, but whatever it is, he must have thought it was important. So I have faith in him.
Wasn't super important.
You're right. Of course you're right. I'm just...
Terrified?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm back.
Arthur!
Hi, Dad. Sorry, Dad.
You scared the daylights out of me. When Gwyn told me what you'd done.
I know. I didn't have much time to think about it.
She should be popping up right about now.
What happened in there?
Do you mind if I keep it to myself?
No.
Yes, I do. But... I won't force you. You did what you had to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I did.
Then you did good. Just... next time, warn me a bit sooner, okay? I mean, that shove really wasn't necessary.
Oh, you should have kicked her.
She's upset because you sprained her ankle. Turns out the rift wasn't quite level with the ground on the other side.
The mighty commander of the order brought low by tripping. What is the world coming to?
Okay, we can leave that part out of the history books, alright? It could be fun trivia for the Cosmere snobs.
Hey, that's not fair. Cosmere's arcanists are far more snobbish than the historians.
Father?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just... This is what I was fighting for. I'm... enjoying the moment.
You're right. Tomorrow, for the first time in a long time, there won't be any more fighting.
No, there will.
Just another day. Another day.
Oh, epilogue.
So you finally decided to take my advice, huh?
Only for the moment. I didn't realize how tired I was getting.
Everyone else did. We even told you.
Multiple times.
I know. I'd say it's nice to have a chance to just breathe, but it feels like there's still so much to do.
Mm-hmm. I swear I've been talking to diplomats since the second Orlov hit the floor.
Guess we made our bed with all our talk of rebuilding. Time to lie in it.
Yep.
Or alternatively, we can lie here, in the shade.
Huh. Good idea. I should have thought about that.
That's why I'm the brains of the operation.
Ah, there you are. Hiding from your adoring fans, then? Take my advice, just send them to Irving. He lives for this kind of thing.
They'll have to get in line. He's even busier than we are.
Was it the same way for you after the Empyrean War?
Oh, not really. I was too young for the diplomats. It was the magical elite that wanted to make my acquaintance. You can imagine I was less than thrilled. What child wants to spend their days with a bunch of stodgy old wizards?
Why aren't they after Arthur?
And now you're one of them. Must feel terrible.
I'm not that old. I'm not even 40 yet.
Speaking of the magical elite, you haven't changed your mind yet, have you?
No, I'm afraid not. As much as I'll miss you two, my talents are needed in Cosmere. It's too important.
You should write letters. It might help Reardon learn how to read. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Yeah.
For a moment.
Oh, Gwen.
This place doesn't really feel the same without him. I keep expecting to hear his laugh echoing down the hall.
It's not an easy thing to live with. I'm sorry, both of you.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't... He wouldn't want us to sit around moping about it. It's just, it sneaks up on me sometimes, you know? I should just probably get some actual sleep in a real bed for once. It'll, be a nice change of pace.
All right. Good night, Gwen.
Good night, Arthur.
Looks like it's the middle of the day, though.
Oh, Father, you're still awake?
I am.
You look like crap. Shouldn't you be getting some sleep?
Funny to hear that coming from you. Guess being a busybody runs in the family.
That and, you know, the hair.
Yeah, that too. How are you holding up?
I'm not really sure yet. Been putting one foot in front of the other just fine, but everything feels different.
War does that to you. War and loss and time. And usually you don't feel yourself changing. So when it comes fast, it's dizzying.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like I've changed. It's here, Caliban. Or no, it's Varroa. Looking down across it all, there's so many memories. And so many of them are bad. It's a struggle to hold on to the good. But I have to, don't I? If I let go of the good times, then is there even anything left? But worse, I don't know if I can ever make better memories again. It feels like the good times are behind me now, for good. I mean, is it even possible for us to live a normal life? Is it even right?
What do you mean?
Because I keep wishing I could take it all back.
You saved the continent from an evil dictator who killed his own people. You did so much good. And you're saying there was nothing but bad and you want to take it all back? That is selfish.
I'm not even sure what I'm fighting for anymore.
Gwen, earlier today, I had a historian come up to me asking about you.
Oh, really? And what did this historian want?
He wanted my opinion on what title he should call you by. Commander of the Order, or other such obvious things. But that wasn't all. Liberator of Varroa, Bane of Asvarel, Death's Bane, Hopebringer, the second hero of Terrazale.
He come up with those himself?
No.
If not, he'd better hire new help. But do you see, Gwen? That man, he believed those titles. All of them. And for so many people, you are the good worth holding on to. You are the good memories. You keep them moving forward. And maybe you're right, and you didn't change. Maybe this was always who you were. Maybe you just didn't notice the signs.
She did change people. She has become... It just feels like she's become more self... She does. I don't know. Are you guys getting the same feeling? Because she just seems like she's moping around all the time.
But everyone around you finally sees what I've always seen in you. A hero.
I don't see
Somebody
it.
above all of this. Somebody worth the title. More worthy than I ever was.
No, you were much more worthy, Nervine.
much. I know, honey. I know. And I know your brother would be proud to see you now.
So, be honest. This business in Cosmere is more than just work to you, isn't it?
As always, you see right through me. I don't think I can stay here. Not after everything that's happened.
So you're gonna abandon your Irving, your niece and nephew.
Too many bad memories?
I'm a very, very powerful man, Arthur. Not the kind of power a throne can grant you. Real power. It terrifies me. You saw it yourself, how much my powers were relied on to see this war to its end. It was a good cause.
However what? You were great.
I
You did
understand.
amazing.
You don't want to be turned into a weapon.
Something like that. In Cosmere, for all the politicking and manipulation of the academics there, I was just another scholar.
But you were used as a weapon. You were used to save people, get them out of situations, or stop fires.
But here, Irving is a good man, but he sees results before he sees people.
What?
And my results are well documented.
People keep saying this about Irving, and I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing that with Irving that he sees the people, he sees what they're good at, and he wants to help as many as he can. I don't get why they seem to make it out like Irving is this cold, heartless person.
Getting away from all that, living my life as a man, not as a weapon. That's why I have to leave.
What?
Then, I guess I hope that goes well for you. We could all do with a little peace of mind these days.
Indeed. I should begin packing. The sooner I leave, the fewer meetings I'll have to sit through. If you'll excuse me.
Also, let's not forget this is the second time Alden has done this sort of thing where he became a huge hero and everything. So, why is this time different? I don't understand.
Alden, before you leave, I need to ask you something important. I think you know what I'm talking about.
What the hell is he?
I believe I do, yes. Though I may not have the answers you're looking for.
That's alright. Just try. I used to know who I was. What my place in the world was. I was a member of the Order, a Sildarin, an adventurer, but now...
You are still all of those things, Arthur. You are also the son of Irving, the brother to Gwen.
I've been a soldier, a leader, even an aberration. I've seen the way you look at me sometimes. Like you don't know me either. I used to know my father, my sister, my brother. But I don't anymore.
What?
Please, Uncle. If I can't know them, at least let me know this.
What do you mean you don't know them anymore? If anything, you've gained more, you've learned more about them. You're closer.
Who am I, really? Is this still where I belong?
What? You never know
Arthur
where you belong.
Sildarin, you are still your father's son.
Mhm.
Still a brother to your sister. Nothing can take that away from you.
Yes.
Whatever we've lost, it may change us, but it can never erase us. We persist. We rebuild. You are whatever you feel you need to be. That's what we all are in the end. I love you, Arthur. You'll always belong here, in my heart, my mind, my family.
Uncle.
Look at us. Seems to me we both could use some rest. Get some sleep, okay? I'll talk to you in the morning.
Good night, Alden. Whatever I need to be.
With the war behind them, Britannia began the long road towards restoration, guided by her allies and what remained of her leadership. Thankfully, she had no shortage of allies. With the support of Caliban, Naja, and even what remained of the Weald, the Varroan southeast had in short order become a tight-knit and battle-hardened alliance. With his career of military excellence backing him up, the newly appointed High Lord Aaron quickly set to work proving himself as a shrewd diplomat. His dealings with his neighbors, while friendly, were decisive for Gritania and secured them a lion's share of the resources to rebuild with. Aaron's Gritania quickly became one of strength and toil, the land of the common man, free to define his own path. He became known as the Wandering Lord, his palace housing little save the local children, who played at being king upon his dusty throne. Opportunists and bandits plagued the ailing countryside, but stories abounded of a wandering stranger, garbed in obscuring robes, who wielded both blade and prayer. Those who claim to have met her remember her by her one-armed stance, and that when she spoke, it was as if Izin himself guided her words.
So, Kara?
To the east, the Elves of the Weald began a different reconstruction effort, fraught with hardships of their own. With much of the forest destroyed, the Sylvan people found themselves fearing for their future. Some chose to retreat to what small pockets of the Weald had survived. Others simply left, in search of a new home. Most, however, rallied to the words of Zanil, who preached a new vision of the future, one where the Sylvans could call all of Varroa their home and build a new Weald. Guiding her on her mission was Kamari, whose steely pragmatism served to temper the ambitious youth's wilder tendencies.
Good.
However, as work began on restoring the forest to its former glory, he vanished without a trace. Speculation abounded as to his whereabouts, but Zanil never seemed bothered. She would tell all who asked that, whatever his reasons, he would never leave the Weald without cause. Meanwhile, to the west, Naja looked to their own future. Admiral Elena, rapidly growing in power and prestige in the wake of her victory over the Shamak, returned home from the war and hit the ground running.
Okay.
Hao Fen, already a center for trade in the region, quickly became the beating heart of the entire Varroan reconstruction effort, with the Admiral managing the entire thing.
That's a lot of
The
pressure.
list of people who owed her favors grew by the day, and so too did Naja. Out of sight, however, the people of Naja still gathered in secret to pray to and mourn their fallen protector. For them, Elena's bright future was shrouded by dark clouds.
Okay.
While
Makes
Naja
sense.
escaped from the war almost untouched, Miradar found its worst scars were born of their own hand. With King Imran deposed, the people looked to their archbishop to guide them. Munir, emboldened by the words of the Sildarans, proved an inspiring leader, capable not only of mending the wounds left by the war, but also the rifts between his people. While the road ahead looks rocky, the Mirrodin people remain bright-eyed and hopeful. The rest of Varroa, uninvolved as they were in the war, continued about business as usual. However, there was a palpable feeling in the air, all across the land. The feeling that a time of great change was upon them all, that this war was but the first of many upheavals, that Varroa, or perhaps all of Terrazale, was turning a new page, as one era ended and another began. An era, many hoped, of heroes.
When they want peace.
For many heroes were born or reborn in the fires of this war. Beneath the Order's banner they assembled, a new generation of names for the history books. As the curtain fell upon their battle, they too found their work had only just begun.
Saxon, returning home to Haven, received a hero's welcome. However, behind each smiling face, he saw the scowls that had so characterized his life before the Order. It didn't take long for Saxon to leave again, returning to Caliban, returning home.
I don't see why he would have went back to Haven at all, and I thought he was dating the priest lady right next to him.
Cassandra stayed with the Order, devoting herself to caring for those who had been left permanently injured by the war in Gritania. Still as private as ever, She would often mourn in silence for the patients she lost, praying that each would be the last.
Feeling an obligation to help her former homeland, Valeria got involved in rebuilding Azvarel. She found her assistance was met with hostility more often than not, but she pushed on regardless, winning over her detractors with her boundless enthusiasm and considerable competence.
Upon his return to Caliban, Benji dodged the excited crowds to do something no Benji had ever done before. He visited a library, hoping to learn something that could help the Order rebuild. He became crucial to the Wheel's restoration efforts, a role that he strived to be the very best at, just as he always had.
But at what role? I mean, it just says he became crucial to the world's reconstruction. How? What did he do? What did he find in the library that made him so important?
Zanille took to her duties as Sylvan Queen with uncanny ease, devoting nearly every waking moment to leading her people. It was only those closest to her who knew how she wept for all she had lost, and how alone she felt.
Drowning in unfathomable grief, and bereft of a target for his rage, Kamari disappeared from Varroa. He hardly told a soul of his intentions, but what few he confided in knew only that he was searching for something. Something he had spent all his life searching for.
Immortality?
With the war over, Zuhair did as he always had. He wandered. His nearly bottomless well of optimism brought a ray of hope to many a hopeless soul. While he would love to tell you he did this only to see them smile, he was always quick to point out his empty coin pouch, and would often share meals with those too unfortunate to pay him.
Shocking everybody, Eve requested a permanent place within the Order upon the war's end. Her idea of justice had been shaken by all she had seen, but she knew she had never been better equipped to carry it out than she was now. She would become their head of information, a masterful spy master with a legendary mean streak.
Oh, always nice.
Halron went home to his people, with the intent to become their chieftain once again. However, it wasn't long before he'd decide he had changed too much to lead this quiet people in their sleepy town. He departed Naja, determined to find answers. What had caused the madness within the Shamak? Why did fate contort to make him slay his old friend? He had to know. And so he devoted his life to the search.
Having shed her prior prejudices, the Lady Iman made it her life's goal to end the divisions between the Vanthites and the Shusani. While the other nobles of her house pushed back at first, Mashal proved to be an unstoppable force, dragging her countrymen kicking and screaming into a new era, whether they liked it or not.
With the answers she sought still out of reach, Aya left the Order, becoming a wandering scholar of sorts. Her experiments brought her ever closer to the brink every day, but as she stared into that abyss and saw only herself staring back, her resolve was only ever redoubled. She would find out who she was, no matter what it took.
With
That's
his
scary
debt to
looking.
the Order repaid, and his mission to Varroa seemingly a failure, Tusk, nonetheless, made the journey overseas with his spirits high. Upon his arrival, he sought to impart the lessons he had learned to his people, mending their divisions, just as the Order had mended Varroa's.
While her dream of peace between the Orcs and the Varroans had seemingly hit a dead end, Larai was never one to give up. With the Order's support, she worked tirelessly to make her voice heard, hoping to leverage this time of great upheaval to further her cause.
Despite her best efforts, Taldera was never repaid for the damages to the theater. She couldn't be too mad, of course, as she was repaid 100-fold by the reception to her latest masterpiece, a lightly embellished play recounting a first-hand account of the Great War that shook the foundations of the Earth. She became a household name almost overnight. Again!
For all the talk of unity, Viserion found there was little place for a man like him in this new Varroa. Labeled a traitor in his homeland, and a murderer in lands without. Feeling he had no other options, Viserion pledged himself to the Order, hoping to earn the right to call Varroa his home once again. A right that, in truth, he was being unduly denied.
It kind of makes sense that the people of his homeland would be a little mad at him, right? And the others for his role in leading.
Her mission completed, Calith returned home to Moonvale. There, she made her report to her handlers. Thus did she and the other Moon Elves begin the grim work of preparing for whatever the next great threat may be.
You didn't do
The
anything!
Grand Master of the Order returned to his mountaintop keep, a hero for the second time. He didn't allow himself a single day of rest before burying himself in his work once again. Perhaps out of dedication to Varroa, perhaps out of fear of the memories an idle mind might linger on.
Unsatisfied with merely having won the war, Alden would get to work researching the cause of the year's magical phenomena.
That makes more
He dared not
sense.
tell a soul, but he breathed a sigh of relief upon escaping from Caliban's long shadow, feeling as though he had finally escaped the specter of war that had clung to him so tightly for so long.
But those were all your choices.
Arthur was filled with frustration, having dug deeper inside himself than ever before and having found only more questions. Despite this, the youth reluctantly put a halt to his introspection for the one thing he valued more, the health of his sister, who needed him now more than ever. Nonetheless, the thought remained, Alden's words ever echoing in his mind.
Every day, Gwyn would be told she was a great hero, the savior of Varroa, the herald of a bright new future. She wondered often how many times she needed to be told before she could start believing it herself. Nonetheless, she had a new resolve within her. Perhaps she did not need to believe it. Perhaps the belief of others was all she needed. If the world looked upon her as a hero, then a hero she would be. For perhaps the world only sees heroes when it feels it needs them the most.
While gathering the last of his belongings from what used to be Reardon's quarters, Gwyn found a small notebook, hidden from sight. Flipping through it, Gwyn was shocked to find it full of poetry. It was sloppily written, overly saccharine, and earnest to a fault, just like the boy was in life. She keeps it on her, even now. Just one of 1,000 ways his legacy lingers on in the lives of all those he met.
In the end, the Order of Eternals would all be remembered as heroes. Their legacy was not just their own, but that of all Varroa, as the Order's way would soon become the way of all the land. In a time rife with misery, the Order was ever there to extend a helping hand, meeting the unwavering hostility of Varroa with an uncommon vulnerability.
What?
Many would say that their compassion was what saved Varroa, and such was how its people would live, unto an uncertain future, hand in hand, undivided and unafraid.
Showing compassion is not showing vulnerability. Helping others is not showing vulnerability. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what they're saying with this. For Robin, Asali, who believed in us and set us on this path, we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you and much love. You are missed. All right, ladies and gents, that is the end of Dark Deity 2. Oh. Overall, gameplay was fun. Till the end, I had fun with the gameplay. I bet you guys could tell I was having issues with Gwen by the end. I don't fully understand why they chose that's the route they went for with her character, it didn't make much sense. Game cleared. Congratulations on beating Dark Deity 2. You can now finish up any remaining challenges or play training missions for fun, but there's no more story content remaining. Consider trying a new playthrough on a new difficulty or with some of our extensive campaign customizations like random recruitment. From the small team at Sword and Axe, we hope you had fun with Dark Deity 2, and we really appreciate you playing. We poured a lot of love into this game. We can't wait to show you what comes next when it is time. The story of the Soldarans is far from over. Does it have to be Gwen who has... Can we go back to Irving? He was a much better character from start to finish. And you could tell that they were really pushing that there's going to be more stories. It was a little bit too much on the nose at the end with some of the stuff the narrator was saying. It was nice to see, or not see, but hear how some of the stuff goes with the characters. That is a nice touch at the end of it. With that said, ladies and gents, that's the end of Dark Deity 2. Let me know what you want to see me play next, if you have any suggestions. I kind of have an idea, and as you guys know, I will be trying to do a live stream this coming Friday, and depending on what I can get up for the live stream, there has been already a few different recommendations for games to play, though I'm not really able to get one of them that I would really like to up yet. But if I can't get that one, there is another game I may do first with that live stream and then have it just become a campaign or, you know, just a playthrough, a game series or a game that I would like. We shall see, but let me know. I always love to have ideas. If you like this content, ladies and gents, make sure to leave a like, a rumble to let myself and others know this content is enjoyed. I already said about the comments. And if you, in order to stay up to date on whatever I might be playing next or when I have other stuff going on, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Till next time, stay safe.